In the past 10 months, my husband and I have paid off. I figured it would be a good time for me to do a little update for you guys. I think I might update you guys every 2 to 3 months on where we're at debt-wise and how much we've paid off so far, as well as just kind of giving updates on new things happening in our lives. So today we are going to talk about where we stand 10 months after starting our debt payoff journey. I started in January of 2025 with $106,000 of debt between student loans and our car loan. That does not even count our mortgage, but we are not going to pay off our mortgage, and I'll explain that a little later for you guys. So between the student loans and the car loan, it was a goal of ours to get completely debt-free between those. We don't hold any credit card debt. If I put anything on my credit cards, I do pay it off every month. So that is something that I have been very diligent about over the past year or so. I have held credit card debt previously, but I don't hold it anymore, and that is the plan moving forward in life, is to never hold credit card debt. So let's talk about how much we've paid off in debt since January of 2025 going into November here. I'm really excited to give you guys this update, but first, let's do a little life update. So something that is new in this month is that I actually picked up a part-time job. So I am now working part-time, and I'm hacking the system a little bit here, and I understand that I'm very privileged to be able to do this, but I picked up working part-time for my husband's business. So my husband is part owner with his parents in a family business, and I am able to go there and help out in the evenings for a few months or however long they need me. So that is able to give me some extra money for going towards debt and stuff like that. It works out really perfectly for my family. So I've always thought about maybe getting a part-time job. Like I think I mentioned in one of my videos that I would even do like paper route or something. But I was just kind of looking to maybe try to do something because I get off work at 3 o'clock each day. But I also don't want to take on more childcare. We already pay between $1,500 to $1,800 a month in childcare. So I didn't want to take on more childcare, and I wanted to be able to spend time with my son and be there for him anyways. I don't want to pass him off to someone else after he's already been with other people all day long. So I wanted something that would work out for us, and thankfully how this is happening is that every day, Monday through Friday, I am picking my son up from daycare after I get off work, and then I'm driving straight to my husband's job, and my son is with me and my husband as I work there for a couple hours to help them with some stuff around the shop. So my husband's parents actually work at the shop as well, and so my son gets to see his grandparents, he gets to see his dad, he's there with me. We just take snacks for him. He's got toys there and like a bike, so he gets to ride around on his bike in the warehouse and that. And so he just has so much fun as I get to help out and make some extra money. So I'm doing Monday through Friday from about 4 to 6 p.m. It is a little bit of a shift for us because it's cutting into dinner time. So like we're getting off at 6, it's dark outside, then we got to get home, make dinner. So I need to start doing some like crock pot meals or like 30-minute meals so that we have some like quick things to make, because I did notice my husband was like, let's just go out to dinner. And so we did end up going out to dinner on Monday, which was the first day. And I told him, I was like, this is not going to be something where we are going out to dinner, because then it's not worth it for me to work here, because if we're just turning around and spending our money on dinner, that defeats the purpose of me working here. And he was like, I know. So we've been eating at home then the rest of the week, except his parents did take us out to dinner one night as well. But it's nice because my son gets to see his grandparents, I get to see my in-laws, I get to kind of help out my husband in his business a little bit. It allows my son to be with us. So it's like a perfect situation. I don't know. So their like low or like slow months at their business is in the winter time. It's like slower. So they still have plenty of business coming in, but not as much as they have to handle in the summer or like warmer months. So what I'm just kind of doing it for as long as I can, or as long as they need me to help out, which will probably more so be in the winter months. So it's not going to be a forever thing, but it is something that I kind of get to help out and make some extra cash for a little bit. I'm really excited about that. I also still do social media for them, and I make about $100 a week doing their social media. So now my paychecks from them will increase a little bit because I'm doing about 10 hours a week of work for them. With that being said, I did try to do a what I spend in a week vlog, and I felt like I was just doing like daily check-ins in my car before work in the video, and I was like, this isn't even like a full vlog. Like, I just felt like I didn't have really good content to put out there because when I would get off, it would be dark outside, or like I was just busy trying to get into the groove of it. So I am trying to figure out a better way of doing my what I spend in a week vlogs. I don't know. Tell me in the comments below if you still want me to post that like weekly check-in. I could post that on like Tuesday or something if I get like more than 5 people that would like to see that weekly check-in from this past week. But if not, that's okay. I will not post it. It's just, I think I did like 4 days of check-ins each day in my car. So that is what's kind of happening here. So I might vlog a little, maybe there when I'm like working on stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure how much I want to like share or show, but it's definitely going to help big time for us. So I will just do my best to do my what I spend in a week vlogs now that we're really busy, and just know that I have increased my income. So I'm very excited about that. Other than that, I don't really have any other like update of what's happening. We are obviously back from our vacation, and if you haven't already seen that, go ahead and check out my what I spent on vacation video that is posted. In that video, I did talk about, actually, I forgot about this. I did talk about how we popped a tire on our way back from vacation. The one that popped on our way home was our front passenger tire, or front driver tire. And now this past week on Thursday, I got a nail in my front passenger tire. So I had to take my car to the dealership. Thankfully, they were able to patch it. And you guys, I literally just got these tires 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I've already popped 2 of them. Like, I just can't catch a break here. So the one, obviously, we got fully replaced on vacation. If you haven't seen that video, like I said, I will link it right here so that you can go and watch it. But I also then had to take it to the dealership here this past week and have them patch the hole. Thankfully, like I said, they could patch it. So it only cost me $12.99 for them to do that. I had the warranty though, so I'm not 100% sure why I had to pay, but I did kind of like just show up at 7:30 in the morning, so I'm sure they didn't really want to deal with me. So I was like, I can pay $12.99, it's fine. So at least that's taken care of now, and the goal is to not pop any more tires ever. My husband was like, what is up with you and tires? I was like, I don't know. So hopefully our bad luck there is done and over with, but who knows? Maybe we'll have some more bad luck along the way. Other than that, I would like to tell you guys where we are at debt-wise and how much we've paid off since January. So when it comes to my student loans, in January, I posted a video and I told you guys that I had $50,200 worth of debt in student loans. And today we are at $28,875, which means we're under $30,000 of student loan debt, and I am incredibly excited about this. I also have a pretty exciting payment that will be coming up here in either December or January, depending on how we want to structure it. So stay tuned for that because I'm really excited about what's going to happen with that. So As it stands, I have paid off $21,325 of student loan debt in the year of 2025 so far. I am incredibly grateful for that, and I just feel like our hard work is actually paying off. We're actually like making some great progress here. So I'm really excited to report on that. I do want to make mention if you are new here. Also though, if you are new here or if you watch and aren't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I am trying to get to 500 subscribers. So hopefully I can hit that pretty soon here. But hit that subscribe button and keep following along on this journey. But if you did not see my video in the summer months, my husband and I sold a second house that we had. And so we used $10,000 from that fund to pay towards the student loans. So although I have paid off $21,325, $10,000 of that did come from selling a home and using a lump sum. So $11,325 came from our actual income and us busting our butt to pay that down. So I do want to preface that because I know it's a large amount of money and I don't want others to feel discouraged because they're not able to pay off $20,000 of debt in a year. We were very lucky and blessed to have had the situation we had where we had another home to be able to sell. And we got a good profit from it. So I do want to just always mention that. Even if you've only paid off $5,000 this year, that's incredible. And I'm so proud of you and you've done such a wonderful job. So do keep that in mind. Now, my focus is currently on my student loans, but I do also have my car loan as well. Some people are not happy about my car, and I completely understand. My car was about $70,000 when we got it. That was after tax, title, license, and everything. Not that that makes it any better, but I think that we made a mistake getting the car, but I am not going to make a mistake by getting out of the car right now because I would have to pay because we're negative and the amount of money that we'll pay in interest won't be as much. So I do have a video here that explains why I'm keeping the car if you're interested in watching that. But pretty much I am just going to go forward with paying it off, and we're not going to do this again where we get into an expensive car loan. I will probably, to be honest with you guys, I will probably still buy expensive cars in my life, and that's just a personal choice of mine, but I will be paying in cash for them and saving up for multiple years in order to get that car and not financing it before I'm like fully prepared to get it. So just to be fully transparent, I am not on this budgeting or debt payoff journey to drive clunker or beaters for the rest of my life. I am doing this so that I can save up money to drive very nice cars, as nice as I want to afford them. So that is something that is just something that brings me joy in life. So if cars do not bring you joy in life, then do not buy an expensive car. So I just want to say that and put that out there, that I am doing this debt payoff journey and this budgeting journey to be able to afford nice things in my life while also having a very nice retirement in the end. And I'll be focusing on retirement, but extra money that I have for savings, I will absolutely put that towards like some luxury purchases and stuff. So for my car in January of 2025, we were at $56,600 in debt for that. As of today, just making the regular payment every month, we are at $47,000. Which means I have paid off $9,600 in the past 10 months on my car. My car payment is about $1,150. I know, it's crazy, I'm aware. But thankfully about 960 of that goes towards the principal, so I don't pay too much in interest for it. And then once we have the student loans paid off here in the summer of 2026, I will then start on the car and get that gone. Then the goal after that is to save up 20% for a nice home for my family. So we are really looking forward to that process, and I am just excited to continue to take you guys along on this. But in the past 10 months, my husband and I have paid off $30,925 of our debt. We have $75,875 left to go. So I think that we are fully capable of having this all paid off by the spring or summer of 2027. So we're just going to keep trucking along and trying to get rid of this. And I am just really excited about the progress that we have made so far. I cannot believe that we hit paying off $30,000 in debt so far. It is just absolutely mind-blowing to me. I feel like it was so slow rolling in the beginning, and then all of a sudden we just like got our footing and it just started snowballing from there. So especially having paid off the two highest interest loans on my student loans. So my highest one was 6.6% interest, and I'm currently working on the 6% interest one, which will be gone here in either November or the 1st of December. So having gotten those paid off, or like almost paid off completely with the 6% one, it is just helping to snowball this even faster. I know it's the avalanche method, not the snowball method, but I was just using that as a coin term. But after that, once my 6% interest student loan is paid off, the only student loans I have left are all under 5% interest. And then my car is around 4% interest. So starting in December, all of my debts will be under 5% interest. And I think we'll be working pretty quickly after that. So far, we have $75,875 left to go, and I'm feeling very motivated and very excited about all of this. And if you've been following along on this journey, thank you so much for following and just kind of checking in with me, or if you make comments or whatever, anything that you kind of do to engage with me, I'm incredibly grateful for. And I can't wait for the day that you guys see me say that I am completely debt-free outside of my mortgage, and it's gonna happen. I know it for sure. That did make me think really quickly about how I did say I would tell you about my mortgage. So we have I think it's like a 2% or like 2.8% mortgage. So interest rate on our mortgage. And this house is currently not our forever home. So we are choosing to not pay this house off in full. We are okay with just paying the minimum on it until we figure out what kind of house we're going to get into. Like, we'll move obviously in the next like 5 years. So the plan will be to save up 20% for the next house, and then we will work on paying that house off as quickly as we can. Like, we'll put extra towards our mortgage at that new house to where we can try to get debt-free completely. But for right now, I'm okay with having a mortgage, and I'm not in any hurry to try to pay a mortgage off even when we do get into a new house. But I will have my mortgage paid off before we are retired. That is something that I know that I want to, like, that is a goal in life that I want to hit, is to make sure my house is paid off before I'm retired. So I'm okay with obviously having a mortgage, and other than that, just really focusing on these student loans and my car loan. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really look forward to talking to you guys. So comment down below, tell me what loan you are currently working on and how much you've paid off so far this year. And I will see you guys in my next video.